What's up, horse racing fans? Welcome to another weekend episode of the Inside Post. Yes, you guessed it. It's Kentucky Derby Prep. This video will be diving into the Fountain of Youth at Gulfstream Park for March 1st. 50 points on the line for the Kentucky Derby Prep down in sunny Florida. We got race 13 on the card, going a mile and a 16th for these 3-year-olds, giving you our top pick. Next up, contenders and a long shot play for this Kentucky Derby Prep that is considered a grade 2, again, down in Gulfstream Park. So we'll go through the field. As you can see on our past performances, they really haven't set the post or even the odds have yet to be set for the morning line. So we're just going to go through these as best we can. Possibly gate to wire will be the inside here. For Todd Pletcher, Dylan Davis, Donegal Racing. This is our long shot play for the race. Kind of like this horse coming out of the Swale $155,000 stakes race. Going 7 furlongs. So this will be a test for gate to wire. I think the distance shouldn't be an issue. Should be able to get a mile and a 16th. Does come from synthetic and some turf racing. So we'll see if Dylan Davis is able to fit this one in. With the likes here, kind of like the early speed that this one could possibly run into early, or sits off the pace just a little bit, as we've seen in majority of the preps so far this spring, or this late winter, early spring. We've seen a lot of horses win on the lead. Have we yet to see a big closer or kind of a big match race out on the front end of things? So we'll see if Dylan Davis can get this one out early for the Todd Pletcher barn. 5-2 so far in 2000, or for his career, 2-1 in 2025. So making the third start in 2025. I like the switch up on the distance here, kind of getting our long shot play, and probably going to be a pretty good price on this horse as well. We're going to skip ahead down to number 3, our third choice, Burnham Square. Ian Wilkes, Edward Zayas, gets the mount yet again on this 2-time winner. Comes out of the Holy Bull and breaking its maiden at the $40,000 level. Goes into the Holy Bull, kind of a little bit of an upset, if you would. I think it was like 5-1 what we got on this horse. Speed figure looked really good coming out of that as a 90 speed figure on the DRF sheet. The sire alone, Liam's map. Obviously, this one is taking to the distance of a mile and a 16th. Has raced on it 3 times and has won now twice for Whittam Thoroughbreds. The workouts look pretty good as well on this one. Like, the form of Burnham Square seems to be what you would want for these early spring races for the Derby preps. So we'll see. This is 2 pretty quick back-to-back races, the Holy Bull and the Fountain of Youth for Burnham Square. So we'll see if running back-to-back plays any issues. As you can see, last time kind of ran late November, late December with no problem. So it's kind of used to running back in a month. So this one's going to be a little bit less than a month, however. So we'll see if this one is raring and ready to go for the 2-time winner so far in 2025. And just to the inside, our second pick is going to be Sovereignty. Will Mott Jr. Alvarado. This horse was on our Kentucky Derby top 10. So if you haven't seen that video, go check it out on the channel. Our top 10 horses for the Kentucky Derby Trail. Here we have, yes, the big sire of Into Mischief, $250,000 play in here for Godolphin. I believe Godolphin has 4 or 5 contenders. Well, 1 less now with First Resort being taken off the trail. But this one is a lighter racehorse and a horse that's yet to break its maiden. But does come into the street sense with a win. As I said, not breaking its maiden, going a mile and a 16th for the first time. It looked pretty good as a heavy favorite, beating out Tiztastic and the man, Sandman. So we saw what Sandman was able to do in his second start since the street sense. And then we seen last week what the Sandman was able to do in the Rebel. So we'll see if Sovereignty is the real deal, beating out Tiztastic and Sandman. Outside of that street sense, a lot of horses have come back and ran really well, minus Tiztastic. So we'll see what Sovereignty is made of for sure in this race. And I think right now we possibly could get a pretty good price on this horse. 5-8-1 is kind of what a lot of numbers are showing on this horse. The workouts aren't really anything favorable, but Coming out of that Street Sense, it looks to be one that's improving and could put in a big show here at a really good value price. And next, of course, if you've waited around, our top pick is going to be River Thames, Todd Pletcher, John Velasquez, the man for WinStar Farm, the Sire Mackling's Music, a big purchase in here of $200,000 for WinStar. So far undefeated, has yet to face any type of graded or stakes company. Does come out of a maiden going 6 furlongs for 70. Then it goes into non-winners of 2 at Gulfstream Park, going a mile, and was able to basically bury the field there. Drew off, driving yet again, going a mile. So the distance looks to be something that River Thames could and should get for the Pletcher barn, as he has 2 horses in here, definitely giving the edge to this young one for sure. So far undefeated. Comes in off a two big speed figure numbers of 94 and 92. Has some heavy early speed that I think could play into this type of race. Definitely going to have some speed on his outside in Neoquist for Safi Joseph and the man Irad Ortiz. But I think this one is ready to go and sitting on a big race in here. Now, I do think this is a good race to see if this horse is fit for the Derby Trail and is fit for a mile and a 16th. If it doesn't fire in here, look for this one to possibly come back in the Florida Derby. Even if it does, I still think they keep this one towards the Florida Derby, because he's going to need a little bit more points to make the gate for the Kentucky Derby to be safely secure in the Kentucky Derby. I think we're going to see the best race that we've seen out of River Thames. And like I said, I think this one sits on a big race in here with a lot of the pace going its way, especially what we've seen in some preps so far. Early speed seems to be dominant for sure, but he will have some speed to the outside. So some of the other horses we really didn't talk about. McClellan, Jose D'Angelo, Tyler Gaffalione gets them out, comes out the Mucho Macho Man. Solid left, Brian Lynch, Luis Saez, breaking its maiden last out at the $70,000 level. And the 2 on the outside, Neoquist. Very interesting. Irad Ortiz comes aboard this one for Safi. Winner of the last one, just an allowance race. But was also in some stakes races at Gulfstream Park. Restricted stakes races. So those are the 2 interesting ones for sure. Ran second to Rated by Merit, who's also on the Derby Trail. So we'll see if Rated by Merit is a really good horse, then Neoquist kind of blows this field away. But another value play in here. I believe we're going to get about 6-1, maybe 7-1 on this horse. And then to the far outside, Keep It Easy for Dale Romanson, Corey Lanieri. Comes out the Ed Brown, and pretty good speed figure, however, an 87 in that win there. Just looks to be up against some pretty good horses yet again in here. So there you have it. River Thames being our top pick. Going back to the inside, Sovereignty, the Go Dolphin horse. Third in Burnham Square. So far, 2 wins in a row. The Holy Bull being pretty impressive in there. And Gate to Wire. We'll see if that's been the story of these Derby preps. Gate to Wire. So we'll see if this one for Donegal Racing and the man Dylan Davis can steal one at a big prize for our long shot play. Thanks for watching, and make sure to check out our other videos here for more Derby preps, as we have the San Vicente at Santa Anita, and we also have a spectacular one at Aqueduct as well. Thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a comment down below your pick for the Gulfstream Fountain of Youth. Thanks, guys.